welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of April 11th. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
We're moms of teens and young adults, and when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes, worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on Parenting Roundabout, and today we are complaining about pop culture properties that are missing some important characters. So this mostly was prompted by Terry thinking about the show As We See It, which we recently finished watching and discussing over on our round 2. You think that there's a character that they forgot to include in that show.
I just found it interesting that this is a show about 3 young adults on the autism spectrum. And we met one dad, Joe Montana, who's involved, but, is dealing with his own stuff and is, checks in with his son from time to time. And then we had a brother who was involved, but would like to have been involved less. And then we had parents who got their son out of the house and into an apartment and are now moving to Montana. And I have sat around a lot of waiting rooms with mothers of kids on the autism spectrum. My son shares some similarities to that, so I know how I feel about things. And where is the mother who is popping up at the apartment every couple of hours? Oh, I just happen to be in the neighborhood. How you doing, honey? How you doing? Everything okay? Who is on the phone with Mandy 500 times a day. Mandy has to put her on block and is just super. Oh, this is so fun. Look, I bought some new curtains for you guys. Oh, I thought that you need some. Can I cook something for you? Would you like something right now? I could make something. Let me call out. I'll buy you all dinner. Were my kids one of those roommates, I would be there all the dang time. They would have to set up special rules. Please go home. Please leave. But I just want to help. I just want to spy. I just want to see. I just want to know. I mean, my kid wouldn't be wandering out of the building and going to an exercise class or Beverly Hills on a bus. I would be like across the street with binoculars.
Beyond that. Yep.
I would be the one with the app tracking his every movement. Come on. My daughter was at Wendy's. I would be talking to the boss every day. How's she doing? Is there any problems? Let me know if any problems, because I'll talk to her about it. It'll be fine. I would have gone and talked to Jack's boss. Do you understand what's going on? Let's have to. I would be so up in their business that there would be a whole episode about tying me to a chair and leaving me somewhere. Where is that mother in that show? That mother is missing. And that mother is more common than any of those other 3 people. I got to tell you.
Yes.
That mother is everywhere.
I think she's not there because they have Mandy and
she would be so up in Mandy's business.
I know.
Oh my goodness. And really Mandy could use for somebody to be up in
Yeah, Mandy needs a little bit of help.
A mess. Where is Mandy's mom? And why isn't Mandy's mom calling her and saying, you did what? I thought you were going to go with you had this great job and you did what? You're doing what now?
It would have been a very, very different show.
It would have been. Maybe season 2, we need to have another character who has a mother. Maybe Douglas. Douglas is living basically at home. So I bet Douglas's mom.
There you go.
Let her loose on Violet, and Violet will suddenly think that facility looks a lot nicer.
Absolutely.
So have you noticed a parent such as yourself missing from the general TV landscape?
Yeah, I think I am one of an increasingly common breed, which is the sort of hybrid work from home, work outside the home, stay at home parent.
Yes.
You and I are both all of those things.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've seen ourselves on TV very much. All of the juggling of, it's all the best and worst of both worlds, right? Mm-hmm. And so that is ripe for sitcom treatment.
Yes,
right there.
Definitely. Either is like the center of a sitcom or like The Neighbor. You know how there's always a neighbor who's always home
Mm-hmm.
And it could be because that neighbor is working from home in our capacity. And then the other neighbors feel they can just drop their kids off there, or, could the bus drop my kid off at your house since you're home? And could you, you're not, I know you're home. Could you just go do this run this errand? Or
Can you just go let the cable guy in?
That's right. I'm sure you can bake all the cookies for the bake sale. All the rest of the moms are working, don't you know? I'm working too.
Right.
Rich vein of sitcom frustration and comedy.
For sure.
I'm also surprised. I don't think, has there ever been like a sitcom which was about hardcore sports parenting? Like having a kid who's a skater and you need to, all the things that you do for her. And, either a kid who's going to seriously go further in something, or just somebody who's in it enough that you have to be coordinating trips, you have to be coordinating meals, you have to be financing large amounts of things, you have to be driving to practices and to, events and all this stuff. I don't think anybody's ever done that, but it's extremely common.
Yeah. I mean, they did do the reality show Dance Moms, which had a lot of those elements to it.
I mean, even if your kid's on a travel baseball team or something like that,
absolutely.
There's parents who that is their life. Somebody
could do that for sure.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like Hollywood producers listening to this right now, just hoping to get ideas.
Really looking to us.
Like, sure, call us. But, it just seems like that would be both the parenting angle of it and the kid angle of it would be interesting.
Right.
If one kid is super into stuff and then the other kids aren't, then you have all that tension.
Yes.
Why is he?
Yes, we have a family in our orbit that there's like 6 kids and the 3 that are around the age of my kids, 2 out of the 3 are like big time sports kids and do all kinds of stuff. And the 3rd kid, he's got plenty of natural talent because he's just part of this family. But he really doesn't care that much, and he still plays and stuff. And he'll be at the brothers games with a big fat book, just reading whatever it is he's reading. And then I noticed him. He's in the band for one of the show choirs. I would not have picked that kid, and that's, how in sitcoms, you always have like the brothers and sisters,
right?
You've got different types, right? So, if you have a sporty family, you definitely have the one not so sporty one in the sport family.
Yeah. Definitely need a show like that.
Yeah.
And you know what else? Inspired by Oscar winner Coda, you could just take pretty much any family type show or drama or comedy and have a deaf family in the school or in the neighborhood or at the workplace or whatever. They've shown it. That's the whole idea of having them, working in part of their community that was so much of a part of that movie is really kind of interesting and would be good transported to many, many things. And could be done just the same way with subtitles and stuff and people having to learn sign. And it's one of these shows that's looking for something new for their 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th season. There you go.
Right. Try to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. A little different angle there. Well, I think we've given the powers that be of TV shows some good ideas here, and I know that they will be picking them up. I'll be looking for that mom on season 2 of As We See It. As She Sees It will be the new title. And I will feel so seen.
That's what the autism community wants, is for a parent to be centered.
Yes, those moms are not cherished quite often.
No.
But anyway. But they are a thing. They can make fun of her, but she should be there, know? I think in my experience, the people like Harrison's mom and the people like the mom I have proposed, the latter is much more prevalent.
Yes.
I don't know many people who would leave their kid and go to Montana. They might want to in their worst,
and it almost feels
on their
like
worst days, but they would not.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like they're doing it to get away from him.
Yes, it absolutely does. Or they don't care that will be the outcome.
Right.
Which is possibly worse. Anyway, so that's it for today's round 3. Tune in tomorrow when we'll obsess about parenting mysteries. And then on Friday to see what we've come up with for our Roundabout Roundup picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.